I have long regarded with distaste the currently fashionable view of ourselves as fragile creatures who need huge amounts of expensive medical interventions from cradle to grave to keep us alive. My background, writes Patrick, is in evolutionary biology, and two things are perfectly obvious to me. One, we evolved to thrive, and two, we evolved to thrive for a time, and then to die and get the hell out of the way for the next generation. We're being asked to give up most of the things that make life worth living, including sovereignty over our own bodies, in exchange for a fantasy of never dying. This transaction deserves perhaps more scrutiny than it has received. I would agree with you, Patrick. It most certainly does, and welcome to the program. Thanks for joining.
Vaccinating a given child cannot be expected to result in a net reduction in the risk for that child shouldn't even be on the table. To say otherwise, you're saying a mother who's conceived a child, carried that child for 9 months, given birth to that child, and now is caring for that child 24/7. She should put that child at risk for the sake of some hypothetical child or some hypothetical 62-year-old. I would say anyone who thinks that is a good idea has lost sight of being human. Vaccinating the child will reduce the net risk for that child, then there's no need to invoke the herd immunity.
What you just described is also an apt way of looking at the lockdowns. We're going to quarantine the whole world.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I quoted that passage at the beginning. There's a hole in our souls. Our society is going through a spiritual crisis. There's this obsession with safety. B, on another track, we're going to fight against the way God made us. Doctor thought I was a man when I grew up. My wife thought I was a man when she married me. Well, guess what? I'm really, and one look at me tells you, I'm really a woman. And I'll be damned if I'll let God and nature, much less my wife, prevent me from self-fulfillment. The same problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. This whole sex change industry is just the logical culmination of these trends. You know,